Oshiomole is right. I was a cultist at Uniben and was expelled, Iyamu declared. Iyamu, who said he gained admission into the University of Benin in 1980 to read political science, disclosed that he later changed to law and did not graduate until 1986 because he was rusticated for about 2 years. During the 2016 governorship electioneering, former chairman of APC, who is also a former governor of the state, Adams Oshiomole, had during campaign alleged that Iyamu, who was the candidate of the People Democratic Party (PDP) in that election, poured acid on a student. But in an online television program monitored in Benin City on Sunday, Iyamu said he drew the attention of the then Uniben administration to the plight of the students. Iyamu, who said he ensured the student got first aid treatment, however, said himself and others linked to the incident were rusticated because the identity of the culprit was never known. He said, "When I was in the university, I was a member of the Pirates confraternity. At that time, we didn't look at it as a cult arrangement, but some people were already coming in with tendencies to create problems. We had this very confrontational group, and one evening, somebody reported to us that they beat up a final year student who was also close to us, and they mentioned the names of those involved, and we said, no, this is bad. Don't also forget too that I was a student union leader, very prominent in the university, Union Congress. So, myself and some persons who heard about this complaint said, let's go and see the people concerned and talk to them. We went there and met with the people concerned. They opened the door for us and we were discussing the matter under a very cordial atmosphere, only for some people to come in, and before we know it, there was smoke in the whole place and somebody shouted acid and was screaming. It was then I realized that somebody has poured acid on somebody, and I quickly rushed to the security post. I brought them in and we took the young man to get first aid treatment. Of course, the school set up an inquiry and the person that was affected admitted that I was the one who brought security agents and that I was able to take him in for medical attention. I asked who poured it and he said he didn't know. He said he knew the face but didn't know his name, and nobody appeared to know the name, and the university said, since you people don't want to mention the name, we are going to sanction all of you. Before we know it, they expelled us. The reason they gave was that they expelled us for belonging to a proscribed organization. But the long and short of it is that we were on it for 2 years till 1986, when the Senate held a meeting and said these guys have been punished enough, that if you look at the records, they were not the one that committed what happened. So we were called back, graduated, and then went to the law school. Thank you for listening to this news. Very pathetic. Very, very pathetic. You see, my viewers, Adams Oshiomole is a true politician, but then a critic is a clean critic, and I'm not happy with that. I'm not happy with what Adams Oshiomole is doing. Adams Oshiomole, when he want to get rid of someone, he quickly goes out and dig out the past, just to use it to get rid of the person and pull the person down. You can imagine why is it like that? Why is it like that? In fact, I would say that Adams Oshiomole has not done it right this time at all. What is the need for doing this? Exposing the past life of Iyamu. You have a misunderstanding or a quarrel with someone, doesn't give you that sobriety or that right to start digging out the past of the person. What if your past is what was digged out? What will you say? What will you say? It's completely wrong. I don't subscribe to that. Okay, now the aspirant has declared and has admitted the fact that yes, what you said is true. But then what gain? What's your gain? What's your gain in exposing him? Has he not finished? After exposing him now, what do you gain from what you just done? Were you paid? Instead, you will be criticized for what you have done. Instead, you will be abused for what you have done. Nobody will ever give you a credit for what you have done. Oh, you did it so that you will be seen as a bad person that doesn't want contesting. Abba, nobody that doesn't have a past. Everyone has an ugly past, and I'm so happy that he was able to declare it and say it openly. Of course, everybody understood that back then in the university that the road and the road used to be very tough, and studies as well used to be very tough. So that's it. So whatever you like, you can say. But the fact is that the man of God and also the aspirant has indicated. And that's all. Today is a known, respected person, popular, and you will not say that he did not graduate or didn't have a certificate, like you try to blackmail Obaseki. So it's very, very bad of Adams Oshiomole. No wonder he was dismissed completely out as a national chairman because of his too many talks. I'm not happy with the way Oshiomole does things in the party. He has been too. He talks too much now, and it's becoming too much of him. He's too inquisitive. And his inquisitiveness is now spoiling and bringing him down politically. See how he's disgracing himself publicly every day by day. Is it okay? Is it right? What's the need for doing this? What's the need for exposing this man? What's the need? What's the gain? What's the achievement? What's the achievement? Bah, this is very bad of Oshiomole. It's totally bad of him. So my viewers, what's the comment on this news? Please don't forget to leave them behind. Click on the subscription buttons as well as bell buttons to get updated